My dear listener, I have a very special message for you today. Please watch this entire video because something important is coming your way, involving you and your child. There's an urgent matter you need to know about. A law enforcement officer is looking into something concerning your son. This isn't something to overlook. We'll explain everything in this video, so make sure to watch until the end. As parents, our main job is to keep our kids safe and guide them towards good choices. We try our best to teach them the right values, hoping they grow up to be responsible and happy. But as kids grow, especially teenagers, they might make friends who don't always have the best influence. Stay tuned to this video to find out all about this plan and how it can help guide you and your child through these challenging times. It's important to be well informed to ensure your child's safety and success. My dear listener, I have a very important message for you today about your son. Please make sure to watch this whole video to get the full story. There's a special plan for your happiness and success, and you're never alone. An angel is looking out for you, guiding you at every turn. Right now, it's crucial to keep a close eye on your son. He might be on the brink of something big, but there's also a risk that things could go awry. You love your son deeply and always want the best for him. However, continue to lead him with love and have faith that you have the support you need to navigate him through these challenging times. If your son suddenly starts spending time with new friends who are not familiar, pay attention to this change. If these new friends have a reputation for trouble, that's a red flag. Watch for changes in his clothing style, grooming habits, or language, which might be his way of fitting in with this new group. If he becomes unusually secretive about his whereabouts, phone conversations, or online activities, it could indicate that he is getting involved in activities that contradict the values you've taught him. Teenagers naturally test boundaries, but a sudden increase in defiance, hostility, or disrespect toward authority can indicate the influence of negative peers. Discovering items like cigarettes, alcohol bottles, or drug paraphernalia among his possessions is a serious sign that he might be experimenting with or using these substances. Communication is the cornerstone of a strong parent-child relationship. When faced with the suspicion that your son may be associating with the wrong crowd or considering behavior that is not in line with your values, approaching the situation with open, honest, and non-judgmental communication is essential. Choose a calm, private setting to talk, where both of you can speak freely without distractions or interruptions. Avoid bringing up your concerns when emotions are high, or he is likely to be defensive. Practice active listening, giving your full attention, showing empathy, and acknowledging his feelings. Instead of making accusations or using confrontational language, try expressing your concerns gently. For example, instead of saying, "You're hanging out with bad people," you might say, "I've noticed you've been spending time with some new friends. and I'm worried about some of the choices they're making. This approach helps build trust and opens the door for meaningful dialogue, ensuring that your son feels supported rather than judged. This is how you can keep guiding him towards making better choices, reinforcing the values of kindness, responsibility, and respect that you've instilled in him. If he suddenly doesn't care about school or his grades go down, it might mean he's distracted by these new friends. Seeing these signs early can help you guide your son back to the right path, reminding him of the values like kindness, responsibility, and respect that you've taught him. It's not easy to see someone you love possibly making mistakes, especially at such a formative period in their life. But with your guidance, understanding, and a bit of patience, you can help steer him back towards a healthier path. Communicate with him openly and honestly about your concerns, without sounding too critical or judgmental. This approach will likely open him up to share his own feelings and challenges. Try to understand the dynamics of his friendships and discuss the potential consequences of negative behaviors in a way that resonates with him. You might say, "I understand that being with friends is fun and important to you, but it's also important to remember who you are and what you stand for." Encourage him to think critically about who he chooses to spend time with and what kind of activities they are involved in. Additionally, reinforce the values you've instilled in him by acknowledging the good decisions he has made in the past and expressing confidence in his ability to make good choices. Offer him your support and guidance whenever he needs to navigate difficult decisions or peer pressure. Remember, your role as a parent isn't just to protect him from making mistakes, but to equip him with the judgment and skills to choose the right path on his own. By maintaining a supportive and communicative relationship, you create a safe space for your son to discuss his problems and triumphs. This ongoing dialogue is essential as it helps build his confidence and assurance in making decisions that are true to his values and upbringing. If you notice your son suddenly hanging out with new friends he didn't know before, it's time to keep a close eye on these changes. It's a warning sign if these new friends are known for causing trouble. Also, if your son starts dressing differently, using new words, or changing his grooming habits to match his new friends, he might be trying to fit in with them. If he becomes very secretive about where he's going, who he's talking to on the phone, or what he's doing online, he might be getting into things that go against your family rules. Teenagers like to push boundaries, but if your son starts arguing more, showing anger, or not respecting adults like he used to, this could mean he's feeling pressure from these new friends. Finding things like cigarette ends, empty alcohol bottles, or drug items is a serious clue that he might be trying these substances. Talking openly and honestly is key in keeping your relationship with your son strong.